Hey everyone, Tiffy Mama here. Today we're going to be going over 5 different DIYs that you can create very easily at home to help your toddler developmentally. So let's get right into it. The first one we're going to go over is an upcycled project that you can use from using the little pouch caps if your child eats those. This one will help develop fine motor skills with their pincer grasp and their twisting techniques. So my toddler is in love with vehicles, so I created a variety of cars that you can choose from that can be found on my website. We got trash trucks, police cars, fire trucks, and an ambulance. And if you like, leave a comment down below. I can add more if your child really likes these. Print out your favorite car and tape it to a piece of cardboard. If you're a skilled artist here, you can just use mine as the template and draw it directly onto the cardboard. Now grab a few of these clean disposable baby food pouch caps and decide where you want the tires to go. Mark it with a pencil and create the holes large enough for the bottom of the plastic to poke through. I started off with a small X-Acto knife and then kind of scaled up using a paintbrush. These take a little finagling to make, but they are really simple once you get the technique down. Stick the bottom portion through, making sure that enough of the screw portion is sticking up or else it won't screw on, and affix it to the back with tape or hot glue. Now show your child how to screw on and unscrew the caps. I like to pretend that the truck is broken and my toddler needs to help fix the tires so that they can go save the day. Now, if you want to take a little extra step, I will say that this does take a little more time. I've made each of the car designs double-sided so you can get another piece of cardboard and make it a double-sided car. I used a box cutter to cut out the shape of the car, taped everything down, and then I hot glued 2 2-inch pieces of cardboard right in the center, sandwiching them in between. And now you have a double-sided 3D car. My son absolutely loved this DIY and he still reaches for it even a few weeks later. Next up, I'm going to show you this really simple DIY that helps develop the pincer grasp or fine motor skills. Grab yourself a piece of cardboard and cut it to paper size. I have created 3 different templates for you to use: a ladder, fish, and a birthday cake. So grab whichever is your favorite and tape it to your piece of cardboard. If you prefer the hand-drawn look here, you could of course draw it on by hand, but it does take a little more effort. Now you're going to need to grab some colored straws. I will link the ones that I found in the description. These ones are actually eco-friendly. They're colorful, they're fun. I'm gonna be using these for his 2nd birthday, so a really versatile thing to have in your household. And I'm gonna cut them about 2 inches long, making sure to use the colors of the rainbow. Now lay your straws on the dotted line that I've provided on my template and hot glue your straws onto the design. Now grab some Q-tips, or you could even use pipe cleaners here if you have the correct colors. But to color the Q-tips, I grabbed some non-toxic watercolor paint and added a couple drops of color onto each end of the Q-tip and making sure to leave enough time so that it dries. Now, once you have all the colors of the rainbow and they're completely dry, show your child how to put them in and out of the straws, letting them use their pincer grasp to push and pull. A little side note here, you may have to make some extra Q-tips because once your toddler starts pulling them, the cotton will become large and unraveled and they won't fit inside the straws anymore. So just have a couple on hand. Next up, we're gonna make these really cute Montessori inspired activities for you to take outside with your child on a walk or when you're playing in the backyard. This one also helps with fine motor skills and cognitive development if your child is running around. But grab yourself a piece of cardboard and draw on a small vase design. If you can't draw or don't have time, don't worry, I got you. You can find multiple vase designs on my site linked in bio. So tape the design onto the cardboard and carefully use a box cutter while following the shape of the vase. When you get to the top of the vase, you want to leave an extra round space at the top. This is what the flowers are going to poke into. Now grab something sharp and poke some holes into the circle portion or the top portion of the vase, making sure that they're big enough for your flower stems to fit through. Now when you go out in your backyard or on a walk, take this little vase with you and have your little one pick some of their favorite flowers and place them inside the holes. Once it's completely full, it creates this super cute vase full of flowers. You can display it for them, or what I actually like to do when he's done playing with it is I'll grab the flowers and I'll press them in between a book with parchment paper so that they don't get moldy, and use the pressed flowers in another project. For our next project, we're gonna be creating this super cool illusion that helps develop their cognitive development. Either draw or print out a flashlight design on a heavy cardstock paper. I have a template available on my website, but cut out the flashlight, leaving the white triangle coming out of the light. Next, grab a clear binder sleeve and some alcohol-based markers. Make sure they're alcohol-based because anything else will not dry properly. A little note here is when you're using the markers, I'd recommend not using them near your child and letting them completely dry for at least 24 hours. So place the template that I created inside and began coloring the items. I like to put down the color first and then trace the design in black once it's all colored so that the lines are nice and sharp. If you have a white marker here, you can use it on the yellow stars and dots without outlining them. I didn't have a white marker, so I just omitted this one, but it would create a really cool star effect. Now remove the template and insert a piece of black cardstock paper. Since my sleeve opens from the side, I'm cutting off the bottom so that the flashlight has more space to move around, but I would recommend cutting the side that doesn't have the holes so you can store this in a binder or activity book. When you insert the flashlight above the black paper, it creates this really cool illusion that you're illuminating the items. Make or print out a sheet with the items for your little ones to find, show them how to use it, and let them go on a treasure hunt in space. For the last project, we are going to center it around trash cans. Did I mention that my toddler loves trash trucks and trash cans and he is obsessed with putting things inside trash cans? Well, I decided to make a little game out of it that helps develop fine motor skills and cognitive development. Grab yourself a large piece of cardboard. I am using a big piece from our diaper box. Next, draw or print out my trash can template and tape it onto the piece of cardboard. Now follow the dotted line and use a box cutter to cut out the center of the trash can. It doesn't have to be perfect here. You can even make it a square to make it simpler. Make sure to tape down the inside so that no paper or rough edges stick up. Next, I've created a template for all of these different shapes. You can print them out or draw them yourself, but make sure that they are on a heavy cardstock paper. Cut out the shapes along with the names as rectangles. Now I'm going to hot glue a piece of Velcro onto the back of all of the shapes and names. Make sure that your Velcro is all facing the same exact way. Once you have all the Velcro on, glue on one shape and one name to the top of your trash can design. Flip that baby around and overlap some tape over the hole so that the sticky side is facing forward. Now using colored cardstock paper, cut smaller shapes using my template. If you have a Cricut here, I would recommend using that because it makes things a lot quicker. But if you don't worry, you can easily just take on a couple shapes at a time and add them to your shape arsenal. Now I've created 2 different trash cans using my template, and I'm going to tape them onto a window. And I'm just starting off with 2 to make it easier, but feel free to do 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how advanced your toddler is. Now lay out your small shapes on the opposite side of the room on a table or something, and have them run back and forth, sorting the trash to the correct shape. What I really love about this one is that it's very versatile. You can swap out the shapes to make it interesting, and you can also add your own like colors, numbers, or even do like animals. Really, your creativity is your limit. So that completes 5 really easy DIYs that you can create for your toddler. If you would like to check out more, I have another video right here that shows 5 more. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.